Hi guys, this is my final video for this semester, which these 16 weeks have definitely flown by very quickly. First, just to kind of preface what I'll be doing next semester at my internship. Talked to my field placement supervisor yesterday about what our goals are for next semester because I am going to have to rewrite my learning contract. And our goals for me is to continue to lead our goal setting group, which happens on Mondays. It's just where our clients set a goal for themselves, how they're going to achieve that, and then also what their distress level is. Then I also do our PHQ-9s and our GAD-7 scorings with them during that time to figure out kind of how the last week has gone and where their anxiety and depression is. So I'll continue to do that. I'll also add in doing our process group, which is our psychotherapy component of the program. I'll be doing that at least one night a week, maybe two. And then I'll also take one of our psychoeducation groups. We have 2 of those a week. I'll be leading and teaching one of those to the clients. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll also add in doing more intakes and some individual therapy as well. So I'm excited for that. A little bit nervous because I have to move my work hours around again to accommodate kind of the new schedule I need to have. Additionally, I'll be sitting in and observing our psychodrama group, which I'm excited for. Clients come in and make skits kind of about what's going on in their lives and act out conflicts and how they could better resolve them. So that will be interesting. I've heard from some other clients who have done that program that it's really fun and they get a lot out of it and they laugh a lot, even if they were never kind of acted out a skit in that group. So this week, in reference to my field placement, I wanted to talk about a little bit of awkward tension that can sometimes arise due to my dual role. I also work in our access department outside of being in our outpatient office as an intern. Our access department schedules all the first time appointments. So any initial diagnostic evaluation comes through me. I do about a 10-minute assessment over the phone, get them matched with the appropriate office, and then get them scheduled. So with that can come some awkward tension between the front offices due to some clients being sent over inappropriately to access. And that sometimes, isn't always the best. The front office staff are very passionate about what they do. We in Access are also very passionate about what we do. And so sometimes we can butt heads because our protocols are a little bit different, which we are working on making that more streamlined, but right now it's a little funky. A good example I can give you of this that happened recently was I had a client who was originally inpatient through one of our units get discharged. When that happens, we have 7 days to get them into an outpatient office for their initial first-time appointment, which the inpatient social worker and the front office staff coordinate that. So Access isn't involved in that component, meaning from this point forward, Access should never be involved with this patient. Well, the front office staff transferred this patient back to Access. I got the phone call. And this patient is well established with the outpatient office. She had been to about 5 individual counseling sessions already. Sorry, guys. So at this point, she should not have any involvement with Access. The trouble is her appointment with the medication provider at the outpatient office was canceled due to provider having some personal issues she needed to take care of. Provider said, please reschedule her. It's not a problem. I want to see her. I just can't do it on this day. Well, the office didn't reschedule her, which put this client in an awkward position due to needing a medication refill. Like I said, she's already been in services for about a month now, and they only give you a month's worth of your medication when you leave inpatient. So the front office staff ended up kind of arguing with me and pushing back, saying they can't do anything. It's not their problem. The patient needs to get their medication refilled from inpatient, which is not an option. Inpatient views you once you've been discharged as not a client anymore, so they won't refill any form of medication. You have to get that from your new outpatient provider. So I ended up going to the program manager of that office and just telling her what was going on and kind of explaining how, the client has followed through on treatment as appropriate, has not missed an appointment, needed to reschedule an appointment, anything like that. Like, she's really done well for where she is in her treatment. Thankfully, the program manager was able to approve a medication refill through our prescriber. So we avoided the I'm going to run out of my medication. But the awkward portion is that call never should have come back to Access. It was a front office issue that needed to be handled directly within the office. So my question is, how do I kind of bridge those gaps between being an intern and engaging with the front office in that aspect, but then also working in Access and having to bridge the gap and fix some of those issues and mistakes that arise? Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you all had a great first semester.